Hello, we're doing a little throwback today. Uh, to the 3.0. But I am waiting for the calibration to calibrate. 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 Nope. Okay. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Un momento. Hello? Nope. Mm-hmm. What the heck is going on here? Meow. Butter. Oh, this is my 3.0. So this is the one I used, what was it, two years ago? I debuted it. Uh, it is an older one. So, yeah. Where is my musics? Down, down. Look to the other side. XG, we certified. I just realized I didn't switch the music over. I'm so sorry. Uh, so the starting screen was just silence today. That is pretty oof. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plug back in. Let's try this. Media pipe hates me today. I swear. Okay, what the frick? Hello. Hello. Why is media pipe hating me? Yep, I am not moving at all. What the hell? Okay, what the heck is going on? Hold on. We're probably gonna switch to a different one if it doesn't work soon. 0 to 100. I wanna dash, I wanna dash, I wanna run it, dash, I wanna dash, I wanna run it. I guess we're changing to a different old one. Let's see if this one works. Okay, none of them are working. Why are none of you working? Okay, that is weird. Hold on, we're gonna restart here. Un momento. Stupid pewter programs. And what's funny is I'm not even using 50% of my CPU right now. But I scuff way. I wanna dash. I wanna run it, wanna dash. My screen just went white? Question mark. That was bizarre. Okay. I just wanna continue my pace. Okay. Is any of my stuff working? No. Okay. What the frick? Okay, let's see if any of the 1.0s are working. Or the 3.0s. Hello? This one's working. But I wanted the short hair one. I guess we're doing this one then, out of the 3.0s. What the heck? Hold on, we're gonna check another one of them. Why are you guys not working? Let's check this one. Ah, this one's working! What is this? This one's working. Why is this 3.0 working, but the other one is not? Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Ah, it's working now! Hey! Okay. I also got flashbanged. I thought this was her day job. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I got it working now. Yay. Yay. I don't know what the heck that was. I had to switch to a different model twice to get it working. What the heck? That is some bullpecky. But we got it. We got it working now. So yes, we're gonna go back to 3.0 today. Pewter issues. Yes, pewter issues when there should not be pewter issues. Tis a shame. Eh. Stupid finger is bleeding. I wonder if we can change this to match. Or be a little different. Actually, we'll make... I don't know about blue. Let's try this one. I like that one. Yeah. Let's do that one. So, this is not my only dunce moment today, by the way. So, earlier, I was trying to open my new shampoo. And I started stabbing the center ring in it. Let me find a picture of the shampoo. Hold on. Just for reference here. It's pull it up. Cause like I think I need to give you guys like for reference. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, load please. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up a reference here. Un momento. But I had shampoo issues earlier and I was pissed. I was so mad, man. I was so mad. Because I got excited because I found this at Costco and I love this shampoo. It's so healthier for your hair than most. I spelled it wrong. But I got these things, right? Here, let me pull it up here. Actually, let's not pull up my Amazon. Let me just click on the picture. I want to click on the thingy. I just want the picture. Why can't I just click on the picture? I just want to click on the picture. Thank you. That's not the one I'm looking for. But they all have these like screwy lids. Okay, there we go. There's a demonstration of one, maybe. I don't want to open the thingy. Thank you. So I got this, but I got the gentle one, right? And there's this little ring thingy. And it didn't have a separator in it, like, you know, where there's usually a gap in them so you can take the ring off. This one didn't have that. So I thought I was supposed to cut the ring off, so I started stabbing my shampoo ring. And then I found a tutorial on how to open it. You're supposed to hold the ring still and then turn the nozzle. And I was like, who chose this design? Who chose this design? No, not twist the top. Not twist the top. To get the pump to work, you have to hold the little ring in the middle and then twist at the same time. So usually you don't have to hold a ring. Usually you just press down on the pump and turn to the left. This one you have to hold the ring still. Like this little piece here. Let me see if I can zoom in. No, I don't. I want to zoom. You know what? We're just gonna open image in new tab. So I could give reference. So see this little thing? You have to hold that still and turn this to the left at the same exact time. Like at the exact same time. Usually there's a like a gap. Okay, yeah, okay. Wait, can't see cursor. You should be able to see cursor. Hold on, capture cursor. Okay, so usually this piece has a gap in it and you can take it off. And then you just press down and turn left. Yeah, it didn't do that. And my autistic ass decided, you know what's the best option? Stab it with scissors. I didn't break my shampoo open. I cut the ring a little and then I was like, there's gotta be an easier way to open these. And so I Googled it. And yes, there's a tutorial with like 15,000 views. That's a minute long. These fancy brands trying to get fat scissors? Yes, skizzers. I used the skizzers. The skizzers. Yes, all my fingies are safe. So, to make this even funnier, so I cut and dye my own hair. I've done it since I was 13 years old when I had to do it for like pageantry and like musical stuff at school and shit after for like projects in school for like plays I was in. And so like I I I used my salon scissors to stab the shampoo. I used salon grade scissors to do it. I took my scissors and was like I had them open the whole way. You know how like some like if you go to a barber, they'll like open the scissors the whole way and then just hold them on one side and like start to razor your hair with them. I had them open and was razoring the shampoo ring instead. I will take a picture and put in the Discord of the shampoo bottle if anybody's interested. But yes, I steamed my shampoo because I had an autism moment. And what's funny is I was productive, right? I was so productive today. I listed so many more things on my eBay store, Pokemon card wise, from like me going through like bulk stacks of Pokemon and from unboxings that I forgot to like sort through. And I like cleared out like what ones I want to keep and what ones I don't want to keep and put them into separate stacks and then listed some of them. And I was doing so good at being productive. And then I had to, of course, because I'm autistic, I had to be autistic and stab my shampoo. I finally tried on the Demon Slayer swimsuit that I bought like a year ago that friendos have been like you need to put it on. So I finally tried it on today and then put it away and yeah, today was a productive day. And then I stabbed my shampoo. I didn't actually stab through the bottle for anybody who sees this out of context. I did not stab the bottle. I stabbed the little plastic ring around the top of the bottle to try to get the nozzle to work. And then I realized, yes, I have been outsmarted by the shampoo. Because they decided to get fancy with the shit and be like, yes, hold this ring still while also not unscrewing the nozzle and then turn the top of the nozzle. eBay listing stabbing shampoo. No, you have a swimsuit? Yeah, swimsuit. I'm probably going to delete it off Twitter, but let's I guess we'll pull it up on Twitter. Where's my tweeter? Twitter. I meant tweeter, not Twitter. Though at this point it might as well be Twitter. TWUTTER. Twitter. Twitter. Twitter would have been a better name than X. Just saying. Okay. Open. Oh, I have notifications. Oh god. I panic every time I have notifications. Okay. Swimsuit. There's swimsuit. I need to be following them on Twix. 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 But yes, swimsuit. That is probably the only swimsuit picture I will post this year. I used to wear like bikinis and stuff as tops when I was skinnier. Of course, he's adorable. I used to wear them as tops outside in the south when it was like 90 degrees, and now I'm just like, yeah, I've gained too much weight from health issues for that. I'm too chonky for that now. I am a small chonky boy. Not actually a boy, but you know what I mean. I am small and I am chonk. Chonk! I am thick. With like 3 extra C's. Yes, I used to live in the South. I used to live in Arkansas for like number of years. I worked at like corporate companies and shite. That's what I did before this. I suffered the wrath of. I don't know if I could say that. You said 90 degrees is insane. It is currently 102 here. I am the desert now. The desert. Let's see what's on sale. Just out of shits and giggles. And what demos are on the GX corner. Silver palette. Oh, I will pre-register for that. There's finally pre-registration. Hold on. We got some pre-registering to do. Some per-registering. I'm a corpo lad. Nevada is why I'm not in Nevada. I won't tell you where, but I am not in Nevada. One of my uncles is in Nevada. He works as a bodyguard. Oh, okay. Yep. You landed on it. Okay. One of my uncles works in Las Vegas though. I haven't talked to him in a while since he got married to like his new wife years ago. But yeah, he works with wrestlers and shit. Which is a really interesting thing to explain. They're like, "What do you do for work?" when they talk to him, and he's like, "I beat up the people who try to beat up the people who beat up people for a living." It's so funny to watch people just, when I was a kid, just stare at him and be like, "You do what?" "I beat up people who beat up people for a living." Well, I beat up people who beat up people who beat up people for that's a tongue twister. But yeah, that's literally how it was explained, and I'm just like, you could have just said you're a bodyguard for wrestlers. You know that, right? He's like, but it makes it sound cooler, because if I say I'm a bodyguard for wrestlers, then it's weird. And I'm like, you made it more weird. You made it more weird. You made it more weird. So yeah. Let's see what's on sale on Gift of Games. Just cuz. Why are we suddenly in Swedish? I don't speak Swedish. Excuse you. At least be nice and put it in Italian. Stupid thing. Excuse you. At least be polite to me. But I would take English too. But just like put it in a language I understand, please. I'm not insulting those who speak other languages. I just need it in my language. And oh, I just ripped my finger open. Hold on, pause. I bumped my finger on my desk and now I'm bleeding. I going to get bandage. Okay, I plugged myself back in. Ah, they escaped the salon scissors, but not the desk. Okay, I'm gonna throw this band-aid down. You don't understand how much this pisses me off, okay? Like, I can do some counter climbing and like to go get the paper towels because I'm too stubborn to go get the step stool that's 5 feet away from me and the counter to the cupboard. I can I can carry like 3 bowls of food to give to my family after I make dinner and like across the house and balance them fine. But walking in a straight line without falling over is too hard. And just bumping a wall or something and I start bleeding. Like I have so many gashes and cuts all over my hands right now. They're healing. I have 2 gashes on my leg, which have finally healed pretty much. And it takes so long for them to heal too. So once they scab over, I'll probably, like, just out of irritation, I'll rip the band-aid off. But then, like, they still take like 2 weeks for the scab to fully heal. And then I just go, ah! Just, ah! Because, like, it's so frustrating. Why is my body like this? I know why my body is like this, but like, ah, let them heal, dingus. I do let them heal. It's just when the band-aid gets itchy, I gotta take it off because it's itchy. I've spent most of my life in bandages. They're itchy. Maybe it's don't mess with the band-aid. I leave it on for like 3 days. Thank God Aeon's not in here. He would yell at me with his deep voice and be like, I need you to leave the band-aid on. uh, uh. Aeon's not in here! He's busy on Twitter right now. So yes, if my friend was in here, he'd probably be like, I need you to leave your bandages alone. And I'm gonna be like, ah. You know what? Just because I mentioned him, we're gonna do this. There's the Aeon. If you don't know who Aeon is, he's a goober. He pretends he's tough and he's like stuff, but he's a goober. Do not let the not safe for work character trick you. He is just a soft bean. He even has a chibi form now, which like is so adorable. I love the chibi that was drawn for him. I just look at it and go, oh look, he's so small now. Yes. Let's see. We were gonna scroll the games. Oh look, The Witcher's on sale again. The original Witcher. Before things got super naughty. I mean, there's still boobs in the original Witcher, but like it's not super naughty like 2 and 3. There's still boobas though. Just like Blood Rain. Like it didn't really get explicit until the second one, but there's still booba. Booba. Yes, booba. I don't remember that in the original. This version, it even gives you a warning for the director's cut. Dungeon Keepers on Lego. Ooh, look, Lego. Which did you guys hear about the Lego game they finally found the original code for? That took like decades, and like fans were sourcing, like finding the code through like old hard drives and stuff that have been like sold off from like Lego and shite. And then Lego found a copy of the source code, and they're like, by the way, I know you're making a new game from the ground up, but we're not gonna allow you to see any of the source references. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? They've literally been reviving this game for you. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me see if I can find it. Lego code found. It should pop up. Eh. No, the code. The code. That's not what I'm looking for. It's giving me Legos. I do like me some Legos. See, there we go. Lego Island game has been rediscovered, but will not be shared with the fans who spent 2 years decompiling it by hand. It was 100% complete with only minor accuracies, but the original source code was never made public by Lego. In addition, some Lego Star Wars sets, 2019, when they originally was supposed to be released, included codes for certain characters, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That is not what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. Thank you. But yeah, it's like a 30-year-old game now, which makes me feel old. The game is older than me by like 2 years, but like by almost 2 years, but like I feel old. Brick by brick, talk by tick. See? The original Lego game for PC. And like they found it and stuff, and they're not letting them have the original source code, which is kind of poopy. Because like they just rebuilt the game from the ground up for you, and now you're just gonna take their work and make a re-release, which, for as many faults as Sega has, at least when fans make games and they decide they want to release those fan games, they hire the teams that did the remaking of the games and pay them. Like, I mean, Lego, you got plenty of money. You could just, pay the team instead of just being like, ah, yes, I own the IP. That code is mine. I'm just gonna, yoink, yoink, and walk away with your code. Thanks. Like, I feel like that is kind of poopy. But yes, I am fangirl. So I'm actually selling off 2 of my Lego games. Y'all will be proud of me. Remember how I said I would never get rid of any of my Lego games? I'm getting rid of the 2 I don't play. So I have the Lego Incredibles for Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One anymore right now because, like we've discussed, we just decided my brother can have it. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna fight over the family Xbox. But so I have the Incredibles Legos and the Lego Movie one, and no sad song right now. No new jeans either. That also is sad. But like I listed them for sale because I don't play them. I mean, I don't play the other ones right now either because I don't have an Xbox One, but like I do actually play the other ones by myself. Whereas like the Lego Movie and the Lego Movie one and the Incredibles Lego game have to have like multiplayer to be fun. Like Indiana Jones Legos, I can play by myself. I am debating on getting rid of the Lego Hobbit, but I haven't because my spouse is a Lord of the Rings nerd, and although it is my Lego game, it is the Lord of the Rings. So, like, it is sacred in this house. uh, I haven't played the Lego Hobbit in so long, and I own it on PC now because someone gifted it to me last year, and I was like looking at it going, "Whomst you? Why did you gift me the Lego Hobbit? I already own it on Xbox 360." But you know what? I'll take free Lego Hobbit. Give me free Lego Hobbit. But yeah, I will not play the Lego Hobbit on stream. That is one I will not, because I fail so miserably at it, like for an hour or two every time I play it. The SimCity 3000's on sale. Mad Max. The Witcher 2. Theme Hospital. What the heck is Theme Hospital? Oh, this one's $1 for 2000. It's too bad that I couldn't. So I can play SimCity, but I don't know, man. Although I like building houses in The Sims, and that's like most of what I do, I don't like SimCity. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because I just place down buildings and I don't get to customize the inside of them or do any interior decorating. You just only do the exterior and then you drop it somewhere. And I don't know, that's just never been fun. I'm a 100%er, so my spouse would hate me after. Have you seen the achievements for Lego Hobbit on Xbox? Hold on, let me see if I can find them. I remember there was one that was a pain in the neck. There's only 40 of them, but keyword but, because it's always a but. There's always a but. I'm trying to remember which one was the really annoying one. That one's easier. So we scroll down here. There's all the story ones. Where's the least accomplished one? Use every combination of dwarfs for buddy up attacks. So you gotta use every single little guy in a team at some point in one playthrough. And yeah, I don't blame people for being like, I'm done. Goodbye. I mean, it's not too expensive on Steam anymore either. Give me 40 months. Uh, Speaking of which, so this is a gamer lore thing. Did anybody see what's going on with the completionist case? Like the charity? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to arguments between gamer YouTubers, but like what caught my attention was the charity involved. Charity fraud just and stuff for when you do charity streams. Like my friend Sai is doing one right now for the anti self deletion charity. Suicide prevention charity. Twitch, don't bop me, please. Don't bonk me. Uh but they're doing it, and so it has a widget now where you can donate directly to the charity instead of to the streamer. And I think that widget was created by Twitch and stuff in congregation with a separate team outside of Twitch because of the completionist stuff. I don't know if it's specifically because of that, but it's happened in the last year and a half, 2 years, so it feels like too conveniently timed, if that makes sense. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, IRS dockets are not fun. I can't imagine that is going to be enjoyable experience, like having to hand over all your documents and stuff. Which Wild Hunt Complete Edition, Enhanced Edition. Wait, why is this one $2.99? The other one's like the same price for not the expansion stuff. That's weird. Yeah, we're just going on Dragon Age Origins. That is one PS3 game I will not sell. Cause I love Dragon Age Origins. I have not played it in years, but I love that freaking game. Silent Hill. Oh, Silent Hill 2 was added to DRM free. Ayo. Doom, cause Doom is everywhere. Doom. Here a Doom, there a Doom, everywhere Doom. The original Resident Evil bundle. But for $25, man. I think I'll just deal with Steam DRM at that point. And my stuff loading slow. Because $24 for really old Resident Evil games that have had much better remakes and remasters since I can't justify that. I don't know, man. I can't justify that for like just slapping them in a bundle and going bleh. Just like this is like $11. That's not so bad. But even then, like it's like they're not exactly the Tomb Raiders that hold up the best. This one really drove me nuts. This game is like 15 years old. Why is it still $30? Ah! Thank you, Stream Elements, for actually doing your job today with the ad warnings. Thank you. Thank you. It has not been doing its job for like 3 weeks. So I'm very happy. Alright, let's scrolly. See all games. We'll go and leave the main page here. These are what's popular right now, which makes sense. Breath of Fire. Mortal Kombat 1, 2. Don't mind me. I'm just going to check my bank account real quick. Un momento. Breath of Fire 3 was the first one I played. I played 4 first. So I have no people have different, different ones they play and stuff. Okay. I has bills first. But like $1 I can reason with for 3 really old games. 4 is on sale for PC. Wait, there's a PC version of 4? When did I not realize that? I own the PlayStation version. Oh god. Ugh, I gotta click on it just so I could show you these cringy thumbnails they chose. Oh god. Why, Gifted Games? Why? They chose the Liu Kang meme as one of the thumbnails. They just the Liu Kang meme of him falling, going, ah, ah. That is funny. I want to replay BOF4. Have you played the others? I played 1 and 2. I've not played through 3 yet. Uh, I want to get like physicals of them again, but dude, so for reference, like the first 2 went for like so much money after I sold them. Like this was like 5 years ago. They just ticked up in price right after I sold them, and I was like, if I had waited 2 more months, 2 more months. But yeah, they're like about, I'm trying to remember what the going price was last time I looked. I think it was like $70, something like that, for the OG. I just finished Breath of Fire 1 and I hated it. Oh my god, I love that that's the first thing that pops up after gameplay. I hated it. Thanks, I hate it. Retro game market is nuts, yes. And what's funny is, so I get judged a lot for like sometimes for running our PCS3, which I openly admit I do. But like I have, so we played WWE 12 the other day, right? On stream. I have it on my shelf, guys. Like I do buy physicals. Like I've shown pictures of my shelves in Discord before. I do own not all but the majority of games. I like even using like emulators. Like I own Dew Prism, Threads of Fate. I just find it easier to play directly on my PC than I do to pull out my PlayStation, then pull out a converter, a AV to HDMI converter, and then plug in the HDMI converter to the freaking, plug it into the freaking like uh the capture card, like, and then plug that into the PC. Like, that's so many cords, bro. Do you know how many cords that is? That's 5 cords, and that's not even including the power cord. Like, come on, man. You want me to plug those all in? Like, occasionally I'll whip out the PS3, the big chonky one, and I'll set it on my dresser next to my desk in front of my PlayStation 4 controller charger, and I'll plug it in. But that's easy to plug in. It uses the same power cord as my PS4. It uses the same DC AC adapter. So I just unplug the PS4 from the power supply and then plug it into the PS3 and then switch it back when I'm done. Like, and then plug it in HDMI to the capture card. But like older consoles, I am not pulling out all of the wires required to do that. Like, I am not pulling out that many wires. It's like, no. No. But yes, I've gotten, it's been a while, but I have before. Oh my god, I can't believe you're running it on an emulator. It's on my shelf, bro. It's right here. Like, when I played the Yu Yu Hakusho SNES game on stream, what was it, 2 years ago? Somebody's like, you're running an emulator. I'm like, yeah, damn right I am, because I'm not pulling out my console in the damn fucking thingy. Which I also gotta get a new Super Famicom, by the way. So of course I'm gonna run it on my computer, bro. Like, the amount of wireage that is required to pull out the retro consoles, man. Just, you know. But yeah, they what? Emulating a game you own? Yes, emulating a game I own. BO4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not bad. $10 is really good for that, considering like the resale price. Oh, there's a whole thread about if it's good to pick up. We'll open that actually. Shopping. So I will say this. Oh, I haven't played the Game Boy version of it. Has anybody played the Game Boy version of it before? So with box and manual that's kind of beat up, it's $80 now for Breath of Fire. I forgot Square Enix made the first one before it went back to Capcom. I forgot about that. I am failing as a Squeenix fan right there. I've always registered in my brain that it was a it was a it was a I did PlayStation illegal info. Like I always registered that like it was a oh shit. Scroll. Pop. I always registered. I will have to private the SWAD because I accidentally showed without zooming in. Oopsie. We'll just pretend you didn't see that. But well, it didn't show my full name, so I guess we're fine. But like I always thought it was like just a Capcom game, but no, it's Squaresoft for the first one. But it's $50 for just the cart. So I'm going to go pull up Nyoko. So we're going to do something here. Nyoko. Y'all are going to hate me because you hate import. Everybody hates import prices. But, like, do y'all realize how much cheaper, even with import prices, some of these games you guys are trying to get are over in Taiwan and Japan, man? Like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, dude, it might take a month longer to get here, but you will save, like, $70. Come on, man. Just get the Famicom. Especially when a lot of them have like English options now. So we're gonna go to Surugaya. If you don't know what Surugaya is, it's basically, how do I say this? If GameStop was good at doing the things they try to do, like they try to sell action figures at GameStop, they try to sell games, they try to sell CDs at one point. Surugaya does it all. I get that stuff in a trip. Yes. So we're gonna look here. We're gonna type in Breath of Fire. Undo. No, I didn't want to click on that. Thank you, Nyoko. Go back. I need to untranslate it. So we pulled up Breath of Fire. So there's the spin-off. Dragon Quarter is $30 for copy. The original soundtrack. What? Hold on. That's actually cheaper than it used to be. So the entire box set of the soundtrack is $135 USD. That's actually like not bad at all. So you scroll down. That is not what we're looking for, but okay. Let's see here. I love all the things mocking everything. Okay. There's Breath of Fire manga. We might not find it in Surugaya, possibly. Oh, Sawado. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not finding it. I found the soundtrack for another one though. Dragon Quarter original soundtrack case, $33. That's actually not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna go to Makari. We'll look at Makari. I'm gonna plan a trip to Japan again. I mean, you might as well, man. Though the issue is, I'm not gonna. Okay. The issue is getting out of the country. And then, like, being forced to sit in a room when you come back. If you get what I'm saying. Ugh. Let's see. So let's look for Breath of Fire. Okay. Famicom. There we go. Okay, so these are just the boxes. $24 for what is this set? Does that say 2, 3, and 4? I think one of those is a spin-off, not just 4. Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, and then yeah. So that's a set, and it has all the papers with it. The only one that's missing the box and stuff is Breath of Fire 2. And that's $24. $24 versus how expensive it is here. Now, for those of you who are wondering how much a Super Famicom costs, let me blur your mind. Because I pissed off one of my friends by doing this here. Let's find the console. Oh, Romancing Saga's now $62 in a brand new box. That's actually not bad. Kirby. Which, by the way, there are more Kirby games that were not released in the US. Just a little FYI. Tetris Flash. Alright, let's scroll. Continue scrolling. Like, you'll find a lot of these bulk ones, too. With, like, Mother 2 and Romancing Saga in it. Where you can just get, like, all the Final Fantasy essentials for the SNES in one bundle. Sailor Moons. 2 Sailor Moons. Mystic Quest. Which I will start a discussion after we find the console. In defense of Mystic Quest. Because that is... Japan loves the pink little dude. Yes. I love the meme where they get the engineer to draw Corby. Oh my god. They're like, ah, yes, draw Corby. Dragon Quest V. Let's see. I'm looking for the console. The educational games for Super Famicom are not what I'm looking for, Makari. I'm looking for the console. Thank you. But yes, they love. I want some of the 3DS games. So I actually own a Japanese 3DS. I've been debating because it does play Japanese and Chinese and Taiwanese games. But I've been debating on if it's worth it to like change the firmware to also like, but I'm also sitting here like with Nintendo bricking consoles for making any modifications now and my 3DS still being able to connect to the internet, I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? Because it is worth a lot of money now. Okay, so I'm not finding it there. All right, translated over. There we go. Oh, the console and games for a lot of the games. Ayo. That controller actually looks pretty good. Hold on, we're gonna open this one because the controller looks immaculate. It's not yellowed at all, which means someone took care of it. Supremacy. Ah, supremacy. Yes. Yes, the supremacy of Southeast Asia. Alright, so look how clean this controller is, man. Oh my god, look at the console. Look how clean! It's so clean! And they got Rockman 4 there and stuff. How to use Nyoko. I already know how to use Nyoko. I just don't have the money to use Nyoko right now. I miss the... Oh, yeah. The Japanese Casper game. I actually forgot that existed. brand new in box, $24. Ah, yes, I totally will buy. Will buy. You know what? I actually can't say that. I actually probably would buy Casper, the Japanese SNES game, just for shits and giggles, and then I would stream it to you guys and make you watch me play it for like 50 hours. Maybe we should make that a follower goal. I've been thinking of updating some of them because some of them involve food, and I'm just like, without Twitch just banning people for trying to eat spicy food on stream as a part of like a subscriber goal, which I don't understand exactly. Like, people are choosing to make that their goal and eat food. Bahamut Lagoon. It's only the manual, but Bahamut Lagoon. Bahamut Lagoon. Final fight. Okay, 143 games. Yeah, Japan is different, man. Look at these. 143 games. Romancing Saga 3's in there. I already owned that, though. And I already own that one. You see this Yu Yu Hakusho down here, the first one? I don't own 2, though. That is below it. I don't know if you could read it. It's, like, right next to Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. But Dick, you get all these games. Some of them, of course, are, like, just sports titles, but still, that is a lot of games for $150. They're torturing themselves by browsing. Yes, yes. Also, I just spent $1,000 on my teeth. I don't have money to splurge, but I do like to window shop. Like, I do it a lot. Just curiosity, like, of what things are costing now and stuff. And I'm like, I wonder what the price on this is now. And so I'll just get curious and start looking. Super Game Boy! Before there was the Game Boy thing for the GameCube, we had the Super Game Boy. Live Alive! The remake was so bad. I'm gonna look at it. It's in box. I'm curious if it's actually put together for $30. They got a grill, if y'all didn't know. No. You wanna know what I got? I got 2 crowns. I'm literally waiting for them to come in. It's been 3 weeks. They'll be here next Wednesday. I got 2 crowns. And that doesn't even count the root canal before the crowns. If you're wondering. That's how expensive things are. Is it in box? Oh, it is in box. Eee! I would have to wipe off the cartridge a little, because it has ominous sticky substances on it. But the sticker looks good shape. The sticker's not yellowed. That's actually the harder part to come by. The box isn't beat up too bad. But yeah, $13. Noted. 2 crowns, 1 for... I like that pun. That is a good pun. Good pun. Street Fighter 3. Super Mario Kart. Oh, Super Mario Kart's only $8 now in box. Ayo. So I don't know if you guys have seen the price of Super Mario Kart for SNES in the US versions. Even the beat up cartridges are expensive. Also, Agile! Oh no! Squaresoft! Bahamut Magloon! Bahamut Lagoon! It's $13 too, in box too? Is this also in box? Does this seller need to be bookmarked? Do I need to bookmark this seller? This T-base person? Because, like, it's not only in box, it's in box with the original manual and warranty paperwork. Yeah, okay. Alright, Mr. T-base. Miss T-base, whoever you are. Your cartridges are in very good condition. I'm going to bookmark you. gonna close that and we gonna bookmark. Cause yeah. Oh, look how good. Sorry for the sneeze. Look how much, like, how good condition everything is. Also, Siren for 2,000 yen is insane. Excuse me? If you have not played Siren for PS2, wear a diaper. That's all I gotta say. Wear a diaper. Siren is some spooky shit. It's like not a bad game, I will say that too. Like, it's a great game. It's just some spooky shit. JoJo! PS1 JoJo. Is that Tekken? I think that's Tekken. Is that Tekken? Hold on. No, that is not Tekken. I don't know why I thought that was Tekken. Also, I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. That is a dumb... I did a dumb... I clicked on their, Rakuten. I want to click on their, profile in Nyoko. How did I oopsie that? I need to click see seller's other items. Well, that one's in box too. Ew. Alright, see seller's other products. Nyoko. Rakuma seller. Bookmark. Please. Tinker. No. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want the promotions. I want just to look at things. I suppressed these. Which one is Siren? Let me check. Oh, I suppressed these memories for a reason. I said it's gonna make you poop your pants. I warned you. This and Rule of Rose are... I like Rule of Rose. I really do. But that is one I had to finish off stream because it's so fucked up. Like, it's not the worst, but like it's pretty oofy. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for this to load so I can rename it. Oh, T-Base video game store. But Xenoblade's $11. The original Xenoblade. But yes, that is Siren. See here. Michigan. Ugh. Which, another thing. Holmst at Sony thought, yes, I've never been to America. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a horror video game about Michigan. Like, how do people in Japan in the 2000s even know Michigan is a cesspool? Like, how do you know it even is a cesspool? Like, what you mean? How do you know it's a cesspool in Michigan? I went to play Azure Dreams because it was the first PS1 game I played in the Devil Summoner Raido because they were coming out with the remaster, and I'm like, we're spoiled with these control. Yes. Which I saw the limited edition print that Limited Run is doing for that thingy. Yo, who snitched? Yeah, like, who went to Japan and was like, hi, I'm from Michigan, but just so you know, Michigan is like bad. And some developer at Sony was like, bet we're gonna make a whole game about how Michigan is shite. That's what we're gonna do. And make a whole PlayStation 2 game about how bad, just how bad Michigan is. And y'all are gonna play the crap out of it. It's gonna get a best hits of PlayStation 2 label on it in Japan. Also, the abundance of Mickey Mouse games that Japan has for some reason. I'm just like, Oh, they have it in a box. I don't have the box. Hold on. Hold on. I don't have the box. This one is in box. With the cellophane. I need like $10 for this and then like 20 to get it over here. Which for the youngins watching, yes, Namco used to be called Namcot. Namcot. We are all glad they dropped the T. This would have been someone's first interaction with Michigan, maybe. I'm just imagining someone traveling to the US and being like, ah, yes, I'm going to Michigan for a layover on my way to LA or something, and be like, oh no, I have to stop in Michigan. I'm going to get murdered. I'm saying this in horror game, in a video game terms. Like, I'm imagining someone played that game and is just like, oh no. But yes, this one is sealed. Arr. Yeah, I'm glad I bookmarked this. Oh, gun. I'm glad I'm bookmarked this seller, because, oh my goodness. The Spiro! Which, yes, in Japan, that is what the Spyro covers look like, guys. Japan layover. Oh, but brain fart, wrong direction. Streamer geography. Ah. Okay. Yes, that is streamer geography. They would touch down going to New York in Michigan. Uh Look, okay, my brain does not always brain. I promise I'm not that stupid. I'm just sometimes my brain does not process that my brain needs to brain. I promise I know Michigan is on the East Coast. I used to live on the East Coast. I promise I know. Racy games. Armored Core. Bleh. Persona 2. Initial D. Altair games. Which Altair is that? What Altair is that? Un momento. We're just scrolling through this guy's retro game store at this point. I did not mean to do this, but oh well. I would say sure. That's actually not bad for a copy of it, considering the US versions are like stabby stab. Oh, it's the guest greatest hits ones. I still wouldn't be mad if it was the Gust greatest hits one, because their labels like this big on there. They're collecting them all. East Coast, South, no, Arizona, West Coast next. Shush. But yeah, like we're just scrolling through here. But yeah, for Altair, that's not bad. $8 for that game. Like, what was it in the US? I'm trying to remember. I spelled that so wrong. I literally just looked at it. And I spelled it wrong again. You know what? We're gonna open that again because I'm having a dunce moment. You would think after 20 years of playing this series, I would spell it correctly. You would think. You would think. It is A-T-E. A-T-E. Alright, so we're gonna see how much the US copy is, because I remember it not being... I'm not looking for DX. I'm not looking for DX. PS3. I am looking for OG. Also, I love how after years of Koei Tecmo publishing their stuff, Koei Tecmo was just like, can we just buy you? We're helping fund these games anyways. Can we just buy you, please? Survivor PS1 game, Brave You to Assume, I think Favorite PS1 game? Let's see. Let me think thunk. $38. So yeah, it's a lot more in the US. It's still not too bad, but this is a sealed copy, a cellophaned copy for $8. And PS3 is region free. So yeah, I'd probably order it from Japan in that case cuz like the shipping it's still going to cost less than to get it in the US. And that's for a used copy in the US versus a Japanese copy that's sealed. Favorite PS1 game. Favorite PS1 game. It would be a tie between Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VI, Mortal Kombat 4, and probably Bloody Roar. I don't know if anyone in this chat remembers Bloody Roar. It was a really goofy fighter game that did not make it through the 2000s. It did not get a revival when a lot of things were getting revivals and stuff. $20 for all of those. And there's Super Mario Maker in there. And Minecraft. That would not fly in the US. A bundle for $20 with Super Mario Maker and Minecraft. The US would be like, "Are you crazy? You need to sell that for more money. What is wrong with you? Why are you selling it for $20?" And what's funny is like you said, like they take such good care of their games. Halloween Tetris. Squeenix. Fish game. I don't know what it is. Okay, we're gonna close that real quick. Actually, yeah, we're gonna close out of that before I continue to window shop. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Japan furries incoming. Oh god, or the Animorphs. I didn't really like Animorphs. I'm also not a furry though. I have friends who are like they have furry suits and everything, but I've just never gotten into like being a furry thing. I respect the amount of work that goes into suits because I have two friends. One is a very prominent Power Rangers community director. Like he handles like all the conventions for like you know like a large member of the Midwest states. He handles a bunch of like panels and stuff across numerous states. And then I have another friend and she's actually used to I don't know if she still does, but she used to live with YouTuber Camelot331 and she makes her own furry suits and I've seen how long they make those and like sometimes right before a convention they have to like tell everybody don't message me for a week. I'm sewing and gluing things like and so I respect it a lot, especially because I'm a cosplay like I used to cosplay actively, but I've made cosplays before and I know how much work that is. I can't imagine making a furry suit. I can't imagine making a furry suit. So yeah, I have a mad amount of respect for them for that. But yeah, let's see here. Specifically because of Blade. I I mean, I've never met someone who's a furry because of Bloody Roar. I am sure they exist. I'm actually a part of the Bloody Roar official Discord that has like one or two of the old developers in it and like a bunch of fans that are still trying to keep like fan servers going on like PS2 emulators and stuff. I know I said the cursed evil word emulator. Hudson Soft is dead. Okay, guys. Hudson Soft is actively like not even a corporation anymore. Not a business, nada. Gone. So, don't get on my butt about it. But yeah, they make fan service and stuff and they still do like active games tournaments and stuff occasionally. But I'm not a furry, but that bat lady. Everybody with the bat lady. What is it with the bat lady? I can't even remember her name right now because she was only in like one game. What is her fucking name? Hold on. Bat lady. That bat lady from Bloody Roar. The first thing is that bat lady from Sonic. That bat lady from Bloody Roar. What is her name? Jenny. Okay. Her name is Jenny. Okay. We'll pull up the bat lady. We'll pull out the bat lady. Now the question is, though, the bat lady in bat lady form or the bat lady when she's just normal lady? Because I've seen both sides of the coin with this lady, and I don't get it. Yes, both. Oh god. Okay. I never really got it. And I love that when I Google that bat lady, it goes, that bat lady from Sonic, and then immediately afterwards, that bat lady from Bloody Roar. The casuals know Bloody Roar for the bat lady. It's Google recommended search. So obviously I'm not the first one to Google this. The fact that it immediately went, here's pictures of Jenny. Okay, Google. Thanks. But also, like, what the that is some bum. Hey, Twitch. There's no bum there. See? No bum. No bum. There's not ass on my screen. I promise there's no butt. No butt to be found. There's just Neko head. Okay, so yeah, she was in Bloody Roar Extreme, which is like one of the updated ports, I think. Not the bunny girl Alice though. Oh god. I'm trying to remember what was the other girl's name in 3. Bloody Roar. Oh, we have a Bloody Roar wiki now. Hey yo. Hey yo. I wonder if this is gonna make a like resurgence like Darkstalkers did. Eureka the cat. I think so. I think so. Brother Aurora. Oh, Seg. No, that's not Sega. That's itself. I'm dumb. Okay, Bloody Roar 2, which the cover is really, really cool for. The first one was kind of as far as cover art. Here, we'll actually go through the cover arts, dude. So, this cover is mid. It is very mid. Just from a graphic design perspective. I know a lot of the anime posters were doing this back in the 90s, but this was the early 2000s. This is mid. Very mid. Much mid. And then, where is the second one? There we go. This one? Pretty cool. I thought it was a Capcom game when it was out. Like, I honestly thought it was a Capcom game at first, because, like, it has a similar font. Either that or SNK, because, like, it kind of looks like the Metaslug font. Long sleeves. Then she gets a tail. Hit. And then you have Alice. Yeah, Alice the bunny versus Bozima versus Lizard. The Lizard. It was available on PlayStation Vita and PlayStation Portable. It's available on PSP. What? I'm gonna have to look at that and try to find the PSP version. And then here is Bloody Roar 3. It was published on this hardware and then PlayStation 2 in 2001. So it's followed up by Extreme, which is the one that had. Well, I guess she's in this game too. So Extreme is Bloody Roar 3, though. So I guess that makes sense. Primal Fury. Primal Fury sounds so much better for Bloody Roar, for a game about, like, the PS version. Yeah. Bloody Roar 2 North America cover is kind of nerfed. Yes, very nerfed. But it still looks pretty bleh. Actually, I take that back. Yeah, the Japanese cover is much, much better. Eureka. You're not gonna show me Eureka? Do I really have to Google her? I'm literally on the wiki. What you mean? I will not lie. Yes, yes, she was my main. But yeah, it's loading very slow. And then you had the leopard. And then you had these new ones, which I didn't really get into the new characters. I don't know why. It just didn't click. Cause like look at Zuzu's in her cat form. Hold on. Click on the cat. Click on the cat. Look how cute. Look how cute. She's so fuzzy. She's so fuzzy. She's so fuzzy. Okay. Now done. Neuron activated. So fluffy, I'm going to die. Which, this one still makes me fear Zion the Unborn. Like, okay, so you just showed us, like, an X-Men type character. Because the Unborn, I don't know if you remember, like, so he's just mad he doesn't have an animal form. And so now he's kind of becoming, like, what's his name from X-Men? What's this science? William Stryker. He's basically become the William Stryker of the Bloody Roar world, where he wants to exterminate everybody who did get cool special powers because he's mad he doesn't have cool special powers. He's salty he don't have no powers. And then Bloody Roar Extreme, which is just a port of that. And then we scroll down, go back to Bloody Roar, which this was only the re-release logo. What do you mean the first game? That is the re-release of the first game. The first game did not have that cool of a logo at first. What are you talking about, Wikipedia? But then the 4 came out, and you had this girl, which I played her quite a bit. Scroll down, where is she? Yeah. Derp. But I played her a bit, and, like, I don't know what the frick happened. I did a what happened video on Bloody Roar 4 in 2009. No, it was 2017 or 2018. And I was just like, the amount of glitching textures, even on native hardware with this game, was baffling. Like, they went from having, like, some of the best graphics of their generation to just, like, it being almost unplayable, you know? Which is really sad. And then they also went to this, like, new logo, which I like. I like the fact that they added the Japanese, logo there too, but the font for the English one was bleh. It was so bleh. She looks so badass, and you would think they would have a better logo to go with it. And then, like, all the textures break. Like, her textures especially. I remember when I did the replaying for that video that I did, which, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It's somewhere on that old channel. I left Bloody Roar for it. I can't understand why people hate. Oh, we're gonna open that Reddit page. We're gonna compare the two, because oof. The first one is I don't understand why people hate it. And then immediately after, it is the worst thing. Okay, so let's go to YouTube here real quick. Because Shenlong the Tiger kind of made me upset. I have no comment. I have no comment. I will openly admit I am a fighting game snob. I if something breaks all the time, I hate it. And then I know some casual players will be like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal if it has some broken parts." And I'm like, "Some broken parts is fine." Like, but if the textures are glitching, if everything's crashing, if it's just breaking and freezing completely all the time, it's not a good game. It's a very broken game too. I am a fighting game snob about that. Like, bruh. All right, let's see here. Where is? Let me see if I can. Let me go to my channel here, and then I'll click on my main channel because I used to use my music channel as my gaming channel, and then I separated the two a couple years ago. Both tigers were named Drag. There's a reason I said no comment. There's a reason I said no comment. The no comment was for good reason. Nope, that's not what I want to click. I wanted to click on the image. Click on image. Image. Music channel here. Just almost at 3K now, which is pretty cool. I've not uploaded anything new to this channel in months though. Let's go to playlists. Playlists. Give playlists. Give playlist. Give the playlists. Alright, those are music playlists, covers. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. That's also not what I'm looking for. That is definitely not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. Urgh. Do I no longer have it public? I don't think I have it public anymore. We might have to scroll a bit. Give a second. Here. Scroll la 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 la. Scroll la la la. We got a lot of scroll to do. I am sorry. I've not even uploaded in like months though to this channel, but I at one point uploaded a lot. I think I kind of got burnt out a little on doing remixes though, after doing so many of them back to back kind of for so long. For like, I just kind of delved into like work hardcore and then making remixes hardcore for almost for like 2.5 years to like cope with like some really fucked up stuff that happened in my life with some old friends and an old relationship and stuff years ago. Uh so I kept working on stuff and uploading stuff. And so there is a lot of scroll to do. I am so sorry. We are waiting for loading. Loading. We're still loading. But I did do a video on it like years ago, and it's taking so long to load here. Okay, I guess we'll Just mm, yeah, I guess we'll just leave it. But like I did a video on it. And I was like, was it really that bad? And it was that bad. It was sadly that bad, which made me really sad because like when you're a kid, like you put nostalgia goggles on. And I never played Bloody Roar 4 as a kid, so thankfully I didn't have those nostalgic goggles going in. But also it kind of stunk because I loved this series so much that it made me sad to see what it became and how quickly it became that. You know, it was a whiplash of a bit because like how did it flip so quickly? Because and I think a lot of it also keep the nostalgia goggles, don't revisit things. I think also I think that what was I about to say? I lost my train of thought. The train just went meow straight off the tracks. Uh I think they were churning out games too quickly for Bloody Roar. Cuz if you remember, uh Bloody Roar 3 came out the year after Bloody Roar 2, and then Bloody Roar Primal came out 6 or 7 months after Bloody Roar 3 and had like new mechanics and everything, but the same roster and the same sets and stuff, but added new mechanics and was upresed to 40p instead of the original resolution. And then Bloody Roar 4 came out in 2003 at the very beginning of the year. No, Hudson Soft was a small company. Like I this is like during the time period where like each like unless you were like Capcom, you didn't have separate teams for like spin-offs and stuff. Remember Hudson Soft was primarily a company that worked on porting other people's games for different regions, like doing European ports of games and stuff. So they weren't a big company by any means. That this I think what happened probably, and I've seen this with other game companies in history when you read like biographies and stuff, like you see them want to make more money because they're struggling, and so they'll churn out more material at a fast pace, and then sometimes when they do that it'll flounder really badly, and then they don't make the money they need, and so they go out of business. That's kind of what happened with Midway with the Marvel or more not Marvel, Mortal Kombat versus DC, which by the way, hold on, since we're on Reddit, we have we have an official Reddit. I think I spelled official right. Let me double check myself because I did spell official right, right? Hold on, we're gonna Google this. I'm paranoid now. Official. Did I spell it wrong? I spelled it right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We do have a Reddit, by the way. But yeah, like I think the issue comes when you only have one team for a franchise and then you want to do spin-offs. And so you're splitting up that team into smaller teams if you do have two separate teams running, and then both games probably suffer because of it, which I will give credit. So like Bloody Roar 3 and Bloody Roar Primal are freaking fantastic. They are great games. They are technically the same game with the same roster and everything, but they feel very different. But I think because they put those out back to back, I'm wondering if like the team as a whole was like burnt out when it came to do 4. because they had been kind of running and doing all of those games back to back to back to back to back, pretty much. And back then, games took 2, 3, 4 years to develop even a small game. I don't know though. I would love to actually like sit down and talk to one of the developers for Bloody Roar. I feel like that would be pretty cool. Like to I don't know if they have like non-disclosure agreements or anything that are still active. I can't imagine they'd be still active because Hudson Soft doesn't exist anymore. They're like completely out of business. Uh, but I would love to sit down with them, like, and be like, what happened with Bloody Roar 4? What happened here? I would love to do that. I know for Infinite Ammo Syndicate, like we got to interview one of the voice actors for Resident Evil. What was it, 2, 3 years ago? And like that was fun. And it wasn't even like, oh my god, it's a celebrity type thing. It was, I love being able to talk to them about like the creative process and to see like all the work that goes into it. Because I work on my own stuff, like my models, and like redoing the hair and reshaping the hair takes freaking forever. Learning how to rig your tail properly takes forever, you know? So I get it. And I completely understand. I love hearing like about like even the bumps in the road and stuff. So I would if I could sit down with one of them, that'd be cool as fuck. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but you know, I love Bloody Roar and I can't understand why people hate it. That is where we're going to start after we do this BRB, and we're going to discuss it. And at some point we'll play some Lord of Apocalypse, but I need to get more drink. We've been yapping for 2 hours about Bloody Roar in video games. I'm out of water. I need drink. So we will be right back. I also went and retrieved my glasses so I can see a better without getting a headache. Uh, so let's see. So I love Bloody Roar 4, and I can't understand why people hate it. Seriously, it was such a good game, and I enjoyed every piece of it. Maybe it's because, due to nostalgia, probably. That was a sentence. But I don't understand why people hate this entry so much. I read a lot of comments from people saying it's literally the worst entry in the series, and it was the main reason the series fell into oblivion. We just discussed that. How is that possible exactly? I'm confused. We actually just said it was like a grant sight. I also went to get my Harry Potter ass looking glasses specifically instead of my cat frames. My cat frames are still on my desk, but I went to get my Harry Potter ass looking glasses. Uh let's see. The marketing around Nagi and her over sexualized appeal, which we talked about Nagi looking cool and badass, but like they changed many systems that were in every installment of the game, and people hate change. Sometimes. I think people hate when it's bad change, not when it's just change in general. Uh, I love it infinitely. I can never decide if it's my favorite one or not, but after you discover some game breaking stuff, it's just not as fun anymore. If you ever get into Hyper Beast with Nagi, knock down the opponent and spam her special, the one where she cuts and runs through the opponent, there's literally nothing you can do. I remember that as a kid, a long time ago, so God, I sorry, I'm having issues processing this. So I may even be wrong, but if not that, there would be other examples. That English was some English. My grammar is not the best all the time, but I had trouble reading that. Oh goodness. Okay. I remember seeing a cutout display of her at Rhino Video. Oh, that is a throwback. I remember Rhino Video. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let's pull up Rhino Video yet for the youngins that might be watching. Not Rhino the wrestler, Rhino Video, please. Shenka. No, that's not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. I want the rental store. I want the store, thank you. Well, that's also not what I'm looking for. Rhino Video Games. Okay, I spelled it wrong. My brain has just been like programmed to do the other. Yeah, so like you used to have like their stores and stuff. They are one of the many unfortunate losses to GameStop. Uh but yeah, I remember seeing cutout display of her Rhino Video as a kid. She was indeed over sexualized. The moaning is the most problematic. I had I had special effects muted when I played through for my game review of it for that reason. But anyways, uh if you're in some lengthy analysis to answer your question. Whose video is this? The Bloody Roar retrospect. Oh, nope. I'm good. We'll skip that guy. Uh, I remember that the health bar management was shite. It was. The good thing in 4 was the possibility to sidestep with directional inputs. The career mode was pretty good. The health bar killed it for me, though. You can love it to death if you want, but it doesn't change the fact that this is the worst Bloody Roar game in the series. Rushed development because Konami tried to capitalize on Renderware Engine's popularity, while the dev had no idea how to use it since previous entries used their in-house rousing machine. And so they had little time to learn how to use Renderware. You may probably encounter some frame rate drop, and the frame rate drop is a no-no to fighting games, even just 1 frame. The game is mindless and way too dumbed down for casuals. I can understand that. The beast bar is the second health bar, so prepare to get a timeout match a lot. Beast bar transfer skill is literally a self-deletion button. I mean, we had self-deletion in Mortal Kombat. I don't think that was the problem. Uh there's no balance to this game at all. By blocking the whole time, you can defeat the boss in the game or just use Raiho or Mana to kill them instantly. They crammed in all the defensive mechanics with no time to balance them out. Career mode is not only a grind fest, but some stable characters and fighting mechanics are locked behind the mode. The voice acting is dog shite in the West because they have no time to hire a director. Some voice acting is pretty shite. Combine bad voice acting with an awful plot, and you get a perfect shite storm of storytelling. Konami oversexualized Nagi to the moon back. They didn't want Nagi to transform into some animal because that would kill her sex appeal. Did Konami forget Jenny existed? Another bat reference. More bat references. It was review bombed by critics. Fans hated the game back then, and it's the worst selling game in the whole franchise. If these reasons weren't enough to kill the entire series, I don't know what is. Scenes and pictures of the supposedly over-sexualized character, and it's barely sexual at all, just a small skirt and bikini top. I really like this game in the series. Along with Extreme, I play it every day these days. The ability to bounce back when falling is very interesting. However, I don't like the complexity of the health bars and energy bars. Many characters lose the ability to lie down for ducking. Some characters are too strong, like Nagi in the Dragons. Career mode is not suitable and loses the identity for the characters. Career mode should have been removed. Dragon should be removed. Normal health bar should have been restored. 1 year development into a new engine, despite it by Konami, mostly untested. Beast gauges, no thoughts, frame rate issues, no, frame rate getting destroyed. I won't even talk about the voice acting they chose to do in the West. The story is not sure what they tried to do here. Nagi is quite sexualized. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I think sexualized, but had no balance whatsoever. The block and dodge system also makes no sense. I tried to like this game, but the sums of all flaws make it hard to. I've never tried Primal Fury and just stuck with 2 and 3 after trying it out. I'm confident to say probably the best. So, they preferred Primal Fury. No, I get it. And then we have a video. Bloody Roar 4 sucks. This is a newer video. A pretty newer video. I don't care, bring the series back. Oh, look, this person from the other section. I absolutely loved Bloody Roar 4, and I really thought the beast mode and HP sharing was an interesting mechanic. I feel that they could have balanced it out more by not regaining meter after switching to beast mode once. As for the story, I didn't care for the story mode in fighting games much. I know the community likes story in Bloody Roar games, but man, I find them tough to read into. Fighting games back then, I feel that they had to give a story for the fighting to make some sort of sense. The stages and music were pretty cool. While the design of the stages lacked any physical barriers, like fences or visible breakable walls, I didn't mind that at all. The music has to be the best part of the game to me, other than the gameplay. Most of the tracks are bops, and I listen to them again and again. The new characters were pretty weird, but I can at least accept that since Bloody Roar Extreme has some pretty weird stuff with weird beast forms, I actually find a few of them unique. Overall, I think this game was a good 7 to me. The gameplay, while flawed, is very fun, and I do see myself coming back to the game time to time. It may not be my favorite in the series, but that doesn't mean I consider it to be a bad game. Actually, far from it, in my opinion. Actually, I saw the Bloody Roar series being watered down since Bloody Roar 2, due to many reasons. Character roster, the plot, lack of an actual antagonist, sceneries, such a wasted potential by bad management. After Konami, possibly Bloody Roar could come back, like, on a pachinko, now that they own them, like they did with Goromon. Please don't bring them back on a pachinko. I know Konami owns them, but don't bring them back on a pachinko, please. Hi, Jimmy! We're talking about video games. We're talking about video games. Sorry, I've been absent. Ah, man, don't worry. It's okay. Pewter's gonna pewter. Sometimes they're not nice pewters. Let's actually take a look. Let me pause the music for a minute. We're actually gonna take a look at this. Un momento. Yay, you got it working. I'm glad. But yeah, like Nagi just turns red for her animal form, which kind of defeated the purpose of the series gimmick. Are we just gonna play the whole intro? Because as we've discussed, the intro and the music's actually pretty good. The keyboard cable was slightly loose, causing some of the keys, including the power button. I've had to do that before on my old laptop when I tried to make it last as long as it could. Don't feel bad.
The beast system contradicts the design philosophy of the other games by making the beast gauge a second health bar, which it
Hold on.
wasn't
Let
before.
me
What's
change this
also
over.
strange is that when you're in beast form, when you get hit, your normal health doesn't go down at all. Only the beast gauge does, since it's the second health bar. So your normal health only goes down when you're inhuman. This not only causes fights to drag on for a long time, since you need to knock out not only your opponent's first health bar, but also their second health bar, which again is the beast gauge. It ultimately destroys the strategic use of managing your beast form like you could before. When you finish a round against a CPU or human player, knocking them out of their beast form in the process, this means when the next round starts, their meter will be empty just like any other Bloody Roar game. But the glaring issue with this is that it's a second health bar. When they have their normal health back and you're hitting them, not only are they getting meter back, but they're also getting health back. So once you take them out of their human form, they revert to their beast forms until they're knocked out, which is completely backwards. Hitting, evading, or taking damage from your opponent isn't the only way to fill meter in this game either. You can now hold the beast button to transform, so now you don't even have to fight to earn meter. Because the beast gauge is now a second health bar, and you can go into beast form as long as you have normal health to sacrifice either by yourself or if the opponent depletes it, this also means that you can do about 4 beast drives in the course of a round. But what's flawed about this is that since the beast gauge is a second health bar, you're still sacrificing health regardless. Beast drives in this game still deplete the normal health bar and beast gauge like in the prior games, but because the game is extremely focused on this stay in beast form to win mentality, the trade-off to balance the new beast system is that the beast drives do little damage. But there's really no point in using beast drives considering that a single hit, especially from a power character like Gado, or a string of attacks can do more damage.
I'm just
It's
envious
annoying,
of the
but
fact that they have
competition
this
is
running
actually
without
pretty
any
decent when it
textures
comes to hyper
glitching.
beast usage in this
Is that
game.
bad?
So in
Like
order to go
I
further in
envy
Bloody
that they
Roar
don't have
4,
any
you have to
texture
sacrifice some
glitching.
of your normal health for access. Hyper Beast in this game still retains the attributes that the characters had in Primal Fury slash Extreme, but it doesn't freeze time like it does in 3 and Primal Fury Extreme. And sacrificing your health to basically play a worse Hyper Beast form when you can regenerate that same health throughout the course of a fight isn't worth it. One unique problem is that because of this beast system change, Ryoho and Mana have a huge advantage in battle. The game does not
We
recognize
just read
Ryoho and
about
Mana
that.
as one character. Mana is the beast gauge, while Ryoho is the normal health. Mana charges the beast gauge, but Ryoho's health is not sacrificed. And once Mana's in beast form, and can only be hit in beast form, mind you, and you input the double quarter circle forward beast drive, it completely drains the opponent's beast gauge, which again is a second health bar, which means it's a one hit KO beast drive when the opponent has no normal health left. And this can be spammed. Career mode is the game mode that allows you to unlock various abilities you can equip to your characters after earning DNA points across a grid. The 5 main problems with this mode is that 1, when you start, your character doesn't have 2 staple mechanics, heavy guard and air recovery. You have to unlock them. This is stupid because in any other mode in this game and in every other Bloody Roar game's extras options, you had these mechanics by default, not including Bloody Roar Extreme's no blocking mode, of course. Now the CPUs can just juggle you to death or break your light guard at their leisure since the game took heavy guard and air recovery away from you. What I would do to improve this is not only give the player heavy guard and air recovery because they're literally defenseless if they don't have those, but also give them the evade type that's unique to the character by default, then make them able to unlock the evade type from this game and the evade types from the prior games after earning a certain amount of DNA points. This would then allow the player to choose their preference of defense for their career character. The reason why I mentioned evade types is because while I was playing through career mode on Bloody Roar 4, I unlocked the Bloody Roar 3/Extreme Evade type for Reiji, and only certain characters have certain evade types. Gato, Long, Alice, and Jenny, for example, have the guard escape from Bloody Roar 1 and 2 by default. Shenlong and Sheena had the Bloody Roar 3 Extreme Evade type by default, and Nagi and Yugo have the Bloody Roar 4 Counter Evade type by default. The second problem is that the map doesn't show the spaces you've cleared or how paths are connected. 3 things I do to fix these problems is make unique or short pathways for all the characters, since the grid can be confusing, make the DNA point limit 10,000 to maybe 30,000 DNA points max, and obviously fix the map so people know what paths connect to each other. Problem number 3. It makes Sheena and Long hidden characters even though they're mainstays. Why are the new characters not hidden unlockables? Aside from dragging the old mode, why do Koryu and Uranus have to be unlocked here instead of in arcade mode like before? People shouldn't have to grind to get mainstay unlockables, and especially mainstay characters that were never hidden characters, Long and Sheena. Problem number 4. Third beast drives. Third beast drives, for some reason, are locked behind career mode. Bloody Roar 3 gave all of the characters second beast drives by default, and even Sheena's, Buzuzima's, and Long's secret third beast drives were given to us on the jump. Career mode locking third beast drives behind it is mind-boggling to me and not even worth it considering what I mentioned earlier regarding the beast drives' damage output being so little. Problem number 5. You can only save up to 8 slots in career mode, specifically in the English version. You better have a second memory card if you want to have career versions of all of your characters, or you better have 8 favorites, or you better import or emulate the Japanese version. Otherwise, you're screwed. Other problems. The characters feel heavier.
Agree.
BR4 got rid of the get up attack that was in every Bloody Roar title until this game. In the US version, jump canceling is locked behind career
Yeah, I
mode,
agree.
so you can't even
I agree with that.
the default game
Yeah, pretty
unless
much.
you have the Japanese version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Few stance moves have been removed and replaced with sidestepping in the English version. Force fields are on every stage, so final walls, minimum walls, and low walls, along with the other extra options you had in BR2, 3, and Primal Fury/Extreme, gone. Tomoyuki Hamada, a composer and musician, directed the voice narration for this game. Yoshihiro Sukahara, an arranger, composed this game's soundtrack.
Which it sounds like it was composed by a good composer.
2, but this was Sukahara's first time composing a full soundtrack. So basically they hired a composer and musician to direct the voice narration of the game, and hired an arranger who had no experience in composing music at the time, compose the music. Voices stop while the lips keep moving.
You don't seem to get it.
The silence. I'm so glad the silence got pointed out, man.
Pauses in between lines of dialogue.
Yes, that's right.
But why is Nagi loyal to the unborn?
Yeah, the lip syncing doesn't work.
Scene transitions.
With this, we finally get a blow in on Gaia, who is... Long took advantage of us.
There are typos.
Oh
Which dragon?
You came all the way here. and
Which
your
dragon?
beast
There are
form.
more than one dragon.
Its purpose was to rid this planet of useless
To
life
ride
and
this planet.
And the voice
To
acting
ride
isn't
this
good.
planet. Oh my god. It's funny.
Xian. No. The unborn? You again. What did you do to Nagi? For those of us who suffer eternally, I will bring the light here and now! Well then, show me your true self.
What? My true self? What are you talking about?
you are fine just as you are now.
The power of the changing will only increase. Can you control it until the end?
The dragon. Do not fight the dragon, because it
Hmm.
is going to be the most infuriating experience you will ever have. Not only is the dragon frustrating to fight, but you also do not get a single continue if you lose to the dragon. You will have to start arcade all over again just to get to the arcade boss,
Yup.
which isn't even a secret boss at that. So stand back, heavy guard, run under the dragon, let him kill himself with the beast drive usage since the beast gauge is a second health bar, get the last hit in, or time him out from simply having more health than him. The lip flap animations were done for the Japanese script for the game, but this game was rushed out to release in America and Europe first, so the Japanese version didn't come out until 2004. Bloody Roar 1 had Rave mode, Bloody Roar 2 had Story mode and Beast Drive. Bloody Roar 3 brought back Rave mode but renamed it Hyper Beast and gave us 2 Beast Drives along with 3
I love that
hidden
it's
ones,
called Rave
specifically for
mode.
Shayna,
I really,
Onigashima, and
really
Long.
liked
Bloody
Rave
Roar
mode.
Primal Fury
I just
Extreme
wish
gave
it
all
had
of the
like
characters unique
dancing
attributes to their
animations we
Hyper
could
Beast
do.
forms.
I know that sounds dumb,
Then Bloody
but
Roar
I
4
genuinely
destroyed
used to
everything,
wish that we could do dancing
commercially,
animations.
critically, and the quality and depth of the series. However, these are things I can appreciate Bloody Roar 4 for. Having more defensive options with Bloody Roar 1 and 2's Guard Escape, Bloody Roar 3/Primal Fury Extremes Evade, and the new Counter Evade that's exclusive to this game. There's blood, definitely the most we've seen in a Bloody Roar game. It's good that we have that again after Primal Fury Extreme got rid of it. There are 3 costumes like in Bloody Roar 3, but unfortunately only 8 out of the 16 characters only have 3 costumes, and it's still lacking the 4 costumes that everyone had in Bloody Roar 2. Chinese Temple and Midnight Rooftop have transitions now.
Sorry, adjusting my glasses.
Prison Tower's a dope stage, and Back Alley's different transition is cool. Graphically, I actually think the game looks just as good as Primal Fury/Extreme. The problem is that it's too dark. Aside from that, that's really it. Oh wait, actually, Reiji. Reiji is the last thing. He's cool.
I mean, I think we see like why people like say that it's the death of the series. I know that's a strong thing to say, but it really did kind of kill the series, to be honest. Which kind of stinks, because you never want to see that happen to a series you like. And it's been over 20 years since that series ended, and like, I, I'm gonna go a little bleh here. Konami has so many franchises that they just sit on idle mode and don't do anything with. Like, it's really sad how many franchises they just let rot away when, we would love new games. Like, I know Silent Hill is the biggest one. People are like, we want new Silent Hill games, not just remakes. But I feel like that's not the only series that suffered. Like, even like Dance Dance Revolution hasn't had games in almost 20 years. And it's really frustrating because you want new games for these series. You want these games to do well. You want them to succeed. You want them to be around for a while. And instead, we're just getting more like pachinko machines and slop and stuff instead of getting, new games that we've been requesting for years, new games we've been wanting for years, and those type of things. It's quite unfortunate, honestly, but it sadly is something we can't really control. So we're just kind of stuck for now, which kind of stinks. It really does stink. I I I'm really glad we got like stuck on the Bloody Roar topic by accident, like by just asking like what my favorite PS1 games are. Uh but yeah, I just it makes me sad. A lot of these series were like the affordable games. You know what I mean? Like PS2 games that were good and PS1 games that were good, but like your family didn't have to drop like a month's worth of gas money on it to get it. And that that was a good thing like growing up so that you could, experience gaming, but you could still have games to play, like a lot of options to play while you save up money for a big game. You know what I mean? Now it feels like we do have indie games, but like the how do I say this? Like companies no longer big companies like Konami or like AAA companies no longer help smaller companies publish games like they used to. Like Sega used to publish so many people's games. Atlas used to primarily do publishing. Like that was all they did outside of Persona and SMD. And now it's just become this space where even now Atlas isn't really like considered a big AAA anymore. You know, it it just kind of stinks, because you used to have a much different landscape with more options. Now you do still have indie games, and like indie games are more readily available than they have ever been because of Steam and stuff. But physicals and things like that are like really, really, really hard to get. You know, I things like Repo and like say the Office game. What's the Office game called? Everybody's been playing it. They're the Office game that's kind of like you fire somebody and all that stuff. And like Lockdown Protocol, like those games succeeded in spite of not having studios that can like really, really, really quickly put out lots of content. Despite having not as much fast content coming out at a rapid pace as more mainstream AAA games, they're outselling a lot of these AAA games. They have more players in a lot of these AAA games, and I think that should show like these bigger companies that we don't always just want gigantic, large scale games. You know, sometimes we just want a fighting game that's fun and silly. You know, silly is okay sometimes. Not everything has to be so serious. Uh, and I think a lot of that's been lost. Like the creative ideas and stuff have kind of been lost. I know that's why a lot of my friends really have been enjoying Split Fiction is because it's just even though it came from EA, which is the most AAA stick to the script company on the planet, they took a risk and they put out this silly game, and now this silly game is one of their most successful games of the last 15 years. I think it should show like these companies that hey, we want silly things, we want creative things, we want new things. I don't want to play the 400th RPG that I've played where I follow the same script. Like, I love the Tales of series because they're constantly different and they're constantly changing everything. Hi, Kitty. So yeah, I I rambled about games. I'm sorry. We've spent like hours ramble about games. Uh, but you know, I think that like I think that's really cool that we got to discuss like one of my favorite game series, and it wasn't even like something I just like planned or anything. But I am happy we were able to, because I am really passionate about like the things I do enjoy, and I do love discussing my special interests and stuff. It just it's one of those weird things where I feel bad if I just start talking about like one of them for like an hour or two like today, and then I'm scared people are just gonna stare at me and be like, "Are you serious?" Uh, so I'm grateful that I was able to just kind of like yap, like lots of yap. I'm still getting used to like yapping. Yapping is still like a work in progress. I know I have lots of friends who are like streamers and stuff, and they just yap away without a thought. They're just like yap 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 yap. I get so nervous still when I yap. I'm just like, I'm yapping. People are gonna find me so annoying, but I'm yapping. But yeah, I will go ahead real quick. We're gonna go ahead and pull up a game of some sort. I don't know if I want to play Lord of Apocalypse right now though, because that's a really focused card game, like a focused card game RPG, and I don't know if I want to do that right now. I don't know that I want to focus that much. Hmm. Hum 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 hum. You know what? We might just do it this way. Hold on. Derp. I think we're gonna open The Sims 2. I think we're gonna open The Sims 2. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's booting. It's booting very slowly. Suzu! I missed the Susu every time you would boot. The Susu was so nice. And then let me go ahead and put on my background here. And then move this over. Boom. Here we go. Wahaha. I'm gonna play some Sims. Simmy, simmy, sim, sim, sim. And yes, I'm gonna let the whole intro play because I love The Sims. Okay. We're loading. Beer. The Sims. It is thinking. I am letting it think. It is sure think thunkin'. It is think thunkin'. There we go. It's gotta load all the textures and stuff. Texture is loading. Beetle, beetle, beetle. All the beetle day. Do 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 do. We have discussers, or modified content enabled in your game. Modified content conflicts with your game, which may result in the content listed. To disable this content, select disable custom content. But I don't want to disable custom content. I don't want to disable custom content. I forget where my house is. What city did I put it in? Am I in Beldana? Am I? Let's exit. I don't think I am. Pleasant View? Trying to remember which city I'm in. I am having a brain fart because it's been like a month and a half since we've touched this. Is this where our house is? Please tell me this is where the house is. If not, we'll just make another sim. Let's be real, we'll just make another sim. Oh, I need to turn the music back on. I just realized we have no music. I was yapping away and didn't realize we had lost the musics. Let's bring the music back so it's not super awkward. I do that rhythm steady. I don't even shake the machine. Not with somebody to thought that I'm gonna UFOET. Y'all be up. Push the button. It's 5 or nothing. One more time. She's got it. Yeah, she's got it. That's okay. She's an alien. Those on the guy. Never come down. Let's go again and again. She's so hard with alien. Noise in the sky. Burn me the crown. Let's go again and again. Oh my god. Oh, that's just like the Lotto. Oh no, that's terrible. That's a minute the wow. I'm not out the door. Be push the button with it's 5 or nothing. And more time, she's got it. Yeah, she's got it. The place so good, she's an alien. Lives in the sky, never come down. Oh, again and again. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Find out. Brothers high, give me the ground. Let's go again and again. Got to get going. Yeah, she's know what she's doing. They're all losing. Gotcha right now. Boom pow. Gotcha, find out. She plays so good, she's an alien. Birds in the sky, never come down. Let's go again and again. No losing. Gotcha right now. Boom brown. Boom pow. Gotcha, find out. I don't think this is where our house is. Yep, we're gonna have to make a new one, I think. I can cry if I want to, cry when I want to, cry with my mascara. Party, I can cry when I want to, cry when I want to. Don't mess with my mascara. Want to cry when I want to. Don't mess with my mascara. Boop. This. Okay. What are we gonna do here? I'm trying to think of ideas. Give me a second. I need inspiration. I gotta get it. We're just gonna do this. Okay. Let's go. It's my party. I can die if I want to. Cry when I want. Don't mess with my mascara. Oh, there's someone at the door. I love how they think this is fat. I need to like process that. Like the early 2000s, we thought this was obese. Must decide the hair. And I am having issues. We'll go with this hair. Do I not have custom colors? I thought I had custom colors and stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't want the Giga Chad chin. I'm sorry. I made it. Oops. Okay, makeup time. I'm sick of lying. Don't wanna be a bad. Sick of lying. Let's go to the darker nudes here and stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go this one.
Oh, this babu. Esce, pasa. Ama barababo.
Got ahead of no,
Ah,
no.
canti balu. Nasta vulga. Ah, ristiti. Davok, les me. Bostu. Mativato. Tuve, masta. Ah, canti balu. Kuiva. Mishka. Leli finkun.
Yes, pets. Okay, next.
Dada, nashtabi.
Mm-hmm.
Shama, pada. Nasta vulga. Tia Safi. J'aime juder. Oh, Miss Oui. Davok, les me. Miss Safoni.
Let's see. Pajamas.
Asti. Mopte. Ah, ristiti.
I actually used to wear one of those for jammies, so that fits.
Kodusha. Lava. Hana, toli. Tuve, masta. Você?
I'm trying to decide which one I like. I think we're gonna go with foot.
Guapi. Fatavo. Atui laka.
There is woman.
Mastove. Hmm. Hmm. Ma foto. Ah. Shasha.
Hmm.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there we go. And then boop. You cannot be drink. Oh, you got monster. I was like, no drink. And then you got energy drink. Hi, baby. Did you see me making you in The Sims again and you had to come cuddle? Hi, kitty. Kitty. Alright, now time to move into the apartment, kitty. Okay, which one is my unit? Is it this one? Which one is my apartment? Are they both empty? I'm confused. Hmm. That one's not empty. This one is empty. And it's got upstairs. Okay, yep. So we'll go with this one. Also, don't judge me for this. Squint. Mm. Okay, do I have to put it in brackets? Boop. 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 Oopsie, this one. Boop. Boop. No. 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 Wait, retake. Okay, we'll do it this way. Boop. Bop. Close. Oh, how do I close this now? Control Shift C. Control C. I don't want to obey this ping pong. I never rather be a TikTok. Check out rent. And then the kitty needs to go here. Stop yapping at him and go to your apartment. Bullshit. Nope. There we go. Get it? What? You know what I mean, it's boy. La 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 la. Nice. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Buy mode. Time to decorate. Billy. Okay. Now we want a bed. You know what? We'll do this bed saver. Let's do that one and that one. Actually, we'll do. I don't like that pattern. I do like that one. So, whoop. Doop. Oh, I should have put the bed up here. I grabbed the bed. Boop. There we go. Let's see. Boop. There we go. And then we have this balcony here, right? Yes, this is our balcony. So cat things. Okay, the kitty tower stuff. Let's see here. Da 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 dun dun dun. It does have a roof, right? On here, right? No, it doesn't. Shite. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we're actually going to pull this into the bedroom downstairs, or into this room over here. We'll leave the tree, but like... We'll put the bed over here. Oh, shit. And then we'll put another toy inside. And another scratch post. There we go. Okay, and then we need dresser. Oh, I already got dresser, actually. Hold on. This is closet, right? Yep, they got closet. Okay, let's see though. There we go. And then, let's see here. Does the one upstairs have a bathtub and stuff? Yep. Okay, so then this can just be a toilet. But I do want a better sink. Let's get a nicer sink. And then we'll go with the green one. Oops. And then this will be like an office, I think. That one will be the office. Yeah. That's not white. That is cream. I thought it was white. Ooh. So hot. Is there one? It looks white. Let's see. Yes. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay. And then, nope, that doesn't go there. Jada Papa. And then a chair. Desk chair. Oh. That is not desk chair. Hmm. Hmm. Let's make it green. Can I not use that chair here? Okay. I guess not. Okay. Nope. Did I put this backwards? No? Okay. Well, I guess cool. Let's see here. And then that's not what I mean. Let's see here. Shelves. And then where's cabinets? Surfaces, maybe. No? We can goddamn. Nope. Nope. That is not it. Hotpot. I will put hotpot in here. That is hotpot, right? I believe that is tea time. Darn, I thought it was a hotpot. Let's see. There we go. Oop. And then I guess the other one would be like the living room-ish, maybe, right? Because I don't imagine myself putting the TV in here. So yeah. That is an ugly light. And then let's see here. Oh. Nice. Okay. Okay, alright, okay. I don't know what's on my mind, but I don't know. Hi, hello, Johnny Ringo. I am good. We're just playing some Sims 2. I forgot what city my house was in from the last time we played The Sims 2, so now we're making a new house. Cause I don't feel like clicking through every single city. I am Leah Love EVT. I am a Neko Witch VTuber. I also design 3D models and I make musics and stuff, among other things. Uh, Hello. I hope you are having a great Friday as well. Let's see here. I'm trying to decide what TV to put in here. Let's put the arcade machine there. Arcade machine over there. Is that the Xbox? It is an Xbox. In the bag. How have you been enjoying The Sims 2 for so far? I've played it on and off for years. Uh, as far as like challenges, I would say my biggest challenge is always choosing decor too, because like I tend to like use a lot of mods and stuff, and so sometimes I get a little carried away with collecting mods and things like that, and then I have issues choosing a thing. Like right now, I'm trying to figure out. I actually had an embarrassing, hilarious animal experience in real life. That's funny. My cats are goobers, so if you hear meows, that is the goobers. Don't mind them. Let's see. Let's try this one. Actually, I would need a different color than that. The color's kind of tacky. And it smelled super weird. Oh! That is definitely interesting. What the heck? Okay, then I need to get a coffee table in here and put it up. Coffee table. Okay, and then let's do this bamboo one. And then we'll put the GameCube on it. But we'll move it a little closer if possible. Space, some space. And I guess because it can't go on the TV, we don't need that one. So we're going to change it out to a different one. And then couch. Where's couch? I need couch. Let's see here. That looks kind of gaming themed. Let's go with that one. That one's actually too big. That is an ugly couch. I need to figure out, I need to like, walls. Walls. Okay, so that is not a full doorway. Why can't I put things closer to it? Because like walkways shouldn't block all that. What in the world? I can't move that forward. So I guess we'll go with chairs instead. Like recliners and stuff. And then to stay with the brown theme. And then put this one over here. And then let's see here. Is that it? I think we're done, maybe. Let's see about these appliances over here. Okay, we need to replace that stove because that is a crappy stove. There's that one. And then that one. Shush. We'll go ahead and do this one too. The dishwasher looks like it's fine, but there we go. Give me a second. Yeah. Alright, there we go. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and go back to live. And then we'll save here. Because it is 4:30. Saving lot. I gotta have it. Fortune bomb. I don't mean it to be. Sunset love dive. Alright, let's see here. Is that where we're gonna end for the day? I think that might be where we end for today. I think. Let me save though. Let's 5. And then we're gonna go back to neighborhood. Well, we're saving. Okay, that is saving. Okay. I'm just gonna save, double check. Alright. Yes. I'm gonna close down the seams. Go back to main screen for now. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the return of the 3.0 model because I haven't used them in almost a year since I debuted 3.1. It's not that I don't like them, it's just I made some upgrades and I changed my ears a bit, but I was feeling nostalgic today, so we went ahead and went back to the old models. Let's see here. Let's see who's on. And then we can decide together where we're going. Maybe. Who's online? Let's see. Sammy. We've rated Sammy twice this week, though. Huh. Ace Windover is on. But I don't think I'm big enough to do that. Oh, Koha's on. Let's go say hello to my fellow cat. Let's go say hello to my fellow cat. My catto siblings. Well, we're not model siblings, but we're like both cats. I'm making a joke here, okay? Alright, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start that. They're playing Trading Card Simulator, which is perfect because we were just playing The Sims 2. So it fits perfectly. And I will go ahead and I will see you on tomorrow. Tomorrow, not Monday, because we are doing that collab with Side tomorrow afternoon. There is your raid message. And then like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. actually, 2 p.m. MST, because like we're doing that club. After I go grocery shopping, we're doing repo. Alright guys. Bye.